Debi Silber, the Mojo Coach, author of the Lifestyle Fitness Program and Pocket Full of Mojo. You know, right now, you can start living in a body you're proud of. You can have the energy you need not just to get through your day, to power you through your day. You can create an image that's dynamic and charismatic and have relationships that support your growth and a mindset that propels you towards being, doing, and having more. But you know what many of us do? We work on one area and neglect maybe the other. That's what happened to me. Like maybe you eat well and exercise, but you're not really paying attention to relationships or your mindset. I mean, here I was. I had a husband and a home and 4 kids and 4 dogs and this full-time practice as a dietitian and a trainer, but I had such toxic relationships and way too much stress. And I was trying to be everything to everybody all the time. Well, I got really sick. First with symptoms, and then with illnesses, and then with conditions, and eventually disease. And it didn't make sense because I thought, well, you know what? I'm eating well and exercising. I should be the picture of health. And it took physically, mentally, and emotionally crashing and burning. And I'm talking, I couldn't get out of bed to realize, you know something? That's not the whole enchilada. I was doing that. I was doing what I thought you needed to look, feel, and live your best. Sure, I was in shape. I was thin, I was fit, but I was in so much pain. I hated how I was as a mom. I mean, I was consumed in pain. I had no patience. I hated how I was as a wife. I mean, my hair was falling out in clumps. My skin was breaking out. I was gaining weight. I was exhausted. I had no patience. I hated how I was as a role model to my clients. I mean, dietitian gaining weight, a trainer who can barely move. Really, I hated it. I got so depressed. And then I realized that, you know what? It has to be those other things. And when I made changes in those other areas, cut back on my stress, cut the ties to my toxic relationships, changed my outlook and my perspective, I healed. I healed from everything. I got my mojo back. Started working with clients. They got their mojo back too. They started calling me the Mojo Coach, and I realized, wow, I'm onto something here. It's not just about the eating well and exercising. That's great. That's more than many people do. But that's not the whole thing. See, when you work all of these different areas, that's when you look, feel, and live your best. That's when you get your mojo back. See, I know you don't want to just fix one area. You want to feel good already. You want to fix all of the areas, and you're having to do with your body, your confidence, your relationships, your financial success, all of your image, all of it. You don't want to just do one thing at a time because that takes too long. And think about how much time you may have wasted already. How much time are you spending eating the foods that just keep you hungry and keep the weight on? Spending time trying to, go to the gym, doing a program that doesn't even work for you, that you just hate. Spending time with the wrong relationships and wondering why it's holding you back. Right? How much is it costing you by missing out on opportunities because you don't like how you look and feel? Maybe those opportunities are in business or personal, maybe in relationships. Maybe you're holding back because you don't have the confidence you need. You don't have to do that. It could change right now.
Hi, it's Debi Silber, the Mojo Coach. Are you dating your spouse? You know, I've been working with so many moms for so many years, and I found that for many, many moms, the minute they have children is kind of the beginning of the end of their relationship. And if your relationship has kind of lost its sizzle a little bit, you're going to want to watch this video. You know, remember how things were years ago when you tried to look good for each other and you tried to impress each other and used to say all these little cute things and do cute things for each other, and then you had kids and it was hard. It was hard because you weren't sleeping enough and you were being pulled in so many different directions, and your kids have all these needs and you want to help them and be there for them and do everything, and the only way to do that, you're only one person. So typically, who got the short end of the stick? You, because you started neglecting your own self-care, and if you're like the many moms that I've seen, your partner, because there just was no time, energy, or motivation left to spend time with your partner as well. So how do you manage it all? Well, I'm certainly not saying that it's easy, but what I am saying is it kind of needs to be as much of a priority as raising as raising your kids if you want that marriage to be strong. You know, my in-laws, who have been married for 52 years, we had a wedding for them at their 50-year anniversary. Could you imagine their kids and grandkids were their bridal party, and people who were in their original bridal party were at the wedding? Anyway, it was beautiful. But I'll never forget my mother-in-law saying something to me, and I said, oh, I really want to remember that. She said, Deb, your kids will grow and leave the house, and you better like who you're looking at when they're gone. Now, it sounds kind of simple, but it's true. It's keeping each other top of mind now, while you're going through raising kids together. And how do you do that? Well, it could be so simple. Little things, like every time, you or your partner see each other, smile. Or bring each other a cup of coffee, or a gentle rub as you pass each other by, or a little text, or a phone call, or anything that just lets each other know, hey, I'm thinking about you. And it doesn't have to be drastic, it's just something simple. You know, also what happens is we forget to spend time together, to go out with each other. And there's nothing wrong, and you're not neglecting your children if you get a babysitter, and let's say once a week, just go out and just with your partner and just make it a rule. It's just not all about the kids. You're just going to spend time just talking about other things as well, and reconnect, and spend that time together where you're just feeling like you're dating a little bit again. And this way you're keeping that connection. Whatever it is for you, if you've found that you've lost that connection and you're raising kids together, sure, it could be mediocre, but it could be fantastic. And yes, it takes, a little bit of work, but nothing really good comes easy. Isn't a great marriage worth it? I hope you think so. For more tips like this and so much more, just keep tuning back. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.